Let's replace a valve cover gasket on a late 90s Honda Civic or a CR-V or an Integra. You'll need a new gasket set. I prefer Felt Pro. You definitely get what you pay for. Some acetone, some RTV, a manual also helps, some simple green and paper towel, some gloves, a torque wrench in inch pounds, some pliers, some sockets, and about an hour. First, let's disconnect that battery so we don't get ourselves zapped in the process. Then, we need to make sure we keep tabs on where the spark plug wires are going. Even though these are all 4 different lengths and seem easy enough to remember, I'd still recommend taking a photo, a video, or at least labeling your wires. Pop them all out, slide off the little holder thingamajiggy, and set them off to the side. Then I take a little simple green to clean off the cover and the area around the cover to make sure any loose debris doesn't fall into the engine when the cover pops free. Next, remove the 5 screws in the order that the manual says to torque them back down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5. And then check to see if any other hoses or wires need to be disconnected or removed. The cover may be hard to remove. Luckily mine was not, so you may need to give it a little love tap with the palm of your hand or a rubber mallet to break it free. Don't hit it too hard, just a wee little love tap. Next, carefully clean up where the old gasket was and remove any old RTV from where the rocker arm mates with the cylinder head. Make sure things don't fall into the engine. Then, lay out your 5 bolts to mirror their locations in the cover to make sure that they go back into their correct homes. Break out the acetone and some paper towel and clean up the area that the new gasket will live in. Use a little puff of air to help knock out some of the loose bits. I like to run a paper towel down the channel to help clean out any residual gunk. Now, we have to remove the old rubber grommet washer combos from all 5 screws. This part sucks. I take a blade and cut the rubber washers in half to help ease the removal since they have to pop over a little nub at the midpoint of each screw. You can also use some needle nose to carefully apply a little pressure to help pop them over that nub. Be sure not to mess up your threads. Once removed, pop on the new ones. I was already oily, so it wasn't too hard. But if you need, a little coating of oil will help if they're being a wee bit stubborn. Then we need to remove the spark plug seals. A quick little tug with some needle nose pliers should do the trick. Take a little paper towel, some acetone, and clean up the area where the seals live. Grab your new seals and make sure they are evenly seated before pushing them into place. I use a little bit of cardboard to tap on to help set the seals without having to hit them directly. Grab your RTV and put a little dollop where the crankshaft meets the block at these 4 locations. Now, grab the cover with the new gasket and plop her back on. Be careful not to catch the new seals on the spark plug tubes, or you'll rip them and have a bad time. Place your screws back in the proper place and torque them back to 86 inch-pounds, not foot-pounds. Be sure to tighten them down in the order that we discussed earlier. Middle bottom, top right, top left, bottom right, bottom left. Go ahead and grab your spark plug wires and pop them and the little bracket back into place and reconnect anything else that you disconnected. Reconnect your battery. Then, check your oil and top it off if need be. Ta-da! You did it! Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and go on and pet a dog.